Hello everybody and welcome to this week's video. Today I am just going to knock out a few more bits on my TBR by reading the shortest books on it. So based on what Goodreads has said, because some of these books that I have on my little shelf in front of me look a lot smaller than these, but I'm going based on what Goodreads has said. The shortest books I own are by Grand Central Station, I Sat Down and Wept by Elizabeth Smart, which I can't remember what this is about. I think it's based on a real life couple, which is why I bought it. I thought that'd be fun to read. These are all books. Two of these books are ones I picked up because I saw Jack Edwards was going to read them and he makes me feel smart. So I don't know if everyone feels that way, but I feel smart when I read like Jack Edwards. So I bought this one, which has, oh no, I should have checked this beforehand, 134 pages, which is pretty short. Then I've got The Hero of This Book by Elizabeth McCracken. This one I believe is written about her mum, and I have a very close relationship with my mum, so I thought it'd be cute to read. Ooh, almost dropped a book there. And again, this was a Jack Edwards pick, so hopefully it's good. How many has this got? This has got 177 pages, so a little bit more than by Grand Central Station, so that's that one. And then one that I've actually started because I meant to start filming this a few days ago and then proceeded not to, is The Door-to-Door Bookstore by Carsten Henn. This is a German translated book, I believe. I think that's right, hopefully it is. And this one has got like a massive chunk at the end that is just part of Days at the Murasaki Bookshop. So that whole chunk here is a segment of a different book. So this book has 225 pages and I'm currently on page, I think it's 98 I'm on, or, oh that's funny, it doesn't have it. Okay, I'm on page 98. This one is about an old man, you can see on the front there, an old man who works in a bookshop and he delivers books to his customers like by himself. He just goes out, has a bit of a chat with them, gives them a book that he's recommended for them. And on his daily like walks to deliver these books, a little girl, I think she's 9 or 10, ends up just coming with him, which sounds dodgy, but it's kind of cute. It's given me like Story Life of AJ Fikri vibes, and I loved that book, so I'm really enjoying this. I have been highlighting some of my favourite lines because the first line in the book, if I remember rightly, was so lovely. Let me get to it. I hate when books have so many pages at the front. So the first line is, "It has been said that books find their own readers, but sometimes they need someone to show them the way." Which I think sums this up really nicely because that is kind of what he's doing. He's showing these books to the people that should be reading them. So I'm enjoying this so far. It's nothing incredible, it is just a nice little like slice of life character study kind of thing, I believe. Well, in my opinion, that's what I'm seeing it as. So I'm gonna crack on and finish this today. It's the 18th of January, so I think I could finish these in 3 days. Is that too quick? Who knows? But I'm gonna crack on and finish this because I have nothing to do today unless my friend suddenly is free, because I need to give her a Christmas gift because we still haven't done that. But that's that. And excitingly, I got a tattoo this morning, so when I've taken the wrap off of it, I'll be showing that off because, as we all know, I'm a big fan of my tattoos on this channel. I love showing them off and talking about them with people, so look forward to seeing that hopefully later today. It shouldn't need to be in a wrap too much longer, I don't think. So I'm gonna finish this book and I will get back to you with my thoughts. So I finished Door-to-Door Bookstore. This was really sweet. It was just like a little tale about an old man who works in a bookshop and he hand delivers books to his clients, customers, every evening, I think, or like once a week it might be. And a little girl ends up joining him and calling him the book walker, and she's just like interested in his life and in his customers' lives and wants to like obviously spread the love for some reading. It was really sweet. I did really enjoy it. My warning going into it would be that there is mention of domestic violence, so that's a trigger warning that I don't think is mentioned at the start. I didn't see it. But yeah, I enjoyed it. I'd probably give it a 3. As I said before, it's a bit of a character study, so there's not too much plot going on. But it's definitely not my favourite in this kind of genre that I've read. As I said before, it's kind of similar to the storied life of A.J. Thickery, which I really loved. So this is a 3. And I'm now going to start by Grand Central Station, I Sat Down and Wept, which I think is the shortest book. And I don't remember what this is about. I think it's very like relationship trauma-y from what I can tell. But I will read it and obviously let you know when I finish it what it is about and my thoughts on it. So last night I finished by Grand Central Station, I Sat Down and Wept, and I thought it was really beautiful. It was essentially just an ode to love and the grief that comes from that. I don't know how else to describe it. It's very poetic in the way it was written. Again, I didn't find much plot going on, but it was definitely made up for in how beautiful the writing was. So if you want a book to make you feel smart, this one does it. So I gave this one a 4-star. I am a big fan of love, so I do enjoy reading about it from other people's perspective, and the similes and metaphors she used to talk about it, they were just so gorgeous. So yeah, there's that one. And unfortunately, on the flip side of that, I am not loving the hero of this book. I'm finding it very slow. I'm not particularly interested in it. I don't know if it's just the wrong time to be reading it, but I'm on page 105 of, I think 177 is how many is in this. So I'm going to finish this now and get back to you. At the moment, this is looking to be my least favourite book of the video. So let's finish it. Now I have actually finished 2 books since then, so I'm going to talk about the other one as well because it is technically one of the shortest on my TBR. So I thought I'd just cram it in at the end because I wanted to read it. So obviously the first book I read was The Door-to-Door Bookstore. As I said, I gave this a 3-star. Maybe a 3.5 is more accurate because I did enjoy it, but for me there wasn't enough going on, you know. But it was really sweet. I did really like it. Obviously we had Carl, the old man who works at the bookshop, and he faces a few complications in, like, the bookshop doesn't want to continue his service and stuff like that, and obviously him trying to keep his distance from his customers and inevitably becoming invested in what's going on in their lives. And he is very heavily influenced by, I think it's pronounced Sasha. It's German, I'm assuming, which is why it's spelled differently, but I think it's Sasha, that's how I was reading it, who is this little 9-year-old girl that ends up following him on his deliveries at the end of the days, and kind of forcing herself into his life. But it was really sweet, I did enjoy it, so 3.5 for this one. Then I read by Grand Central Station, I Sat Down and Wept, which was a weird book. A lot of it was written in such beautiful poetic language that I didn't really understand what was going on, but I enjoyed it. It was a good time, made me feel clever. And as I've mentioned, it is very much about love and the grief that comes with loving someone so much that it hurts. And you know, I'm a romantic, I can relate, so maybe not to the extent that this book shows it, but I feel that sometimes. Like, I actually highlighted some lines in this book, I highlighted some lines in this book, so I did really enjoy them, and the writing really spoke to me. Like, how it was written was stunning. So this one got a 4-star from me. I actually do recommend this one if you want to try something a little out of your comfort zone. If you're a typical romance reader like I am, this is still very romantic, but not in the typical like book talk kind of way, you know, because we all fall susceptible to it. Like, I get my rags from book talk, I'm sure most people do as well, so, but this was great. Then I read the hero of this book, and I ended up giving this a 2-star. I just was not interested. I loved the meaning behind it, in that she wanted to write a memoir for her mum, but her mum didn't want her to write a memoir. So it's sort of like, this book is about my mum, but I'm not me. I'm the author of this book, but this person that's saying all this stuff about their mum, that's the character, that's not me. So it was very interesting to read, but it just wasn't personally my taste, so a 2-star for this one. And then completely throwing off the high standard of literature that I've been reading, I read the 6th volume of My Love Mix-Up, because these are obviously teeny tiny, less than 200 pages each, and it is primarily pictures, so very quick. I just thought I'd shove this at the end of the video because I love it. I kind of get the feeling this is not what my audience is here for, but I'm here for this, which means, you know, it's my channel, I'm going to talk about it. This follows, and I'm going to butcher their names, Oki and Ida, who are very casually dating in high school, and just all of the random shit that comes up in their relationship, like birthdays and like having to think about their future outside of school. It's kind of like Heartstopper, but I think this came first. Did this come first? I think this came first, but I can't imagine Alice Oseman read this and got inspired, you know, kind of thing. But if you liked Heartstopper, you'll probably like this. The cringe is dialed up in this though, it's quite cringe. There's a lot of overreacting, like, facial expressions that I really find funny. Hopefully anyone else that decides to pick this up does as well. I can't even remember how I got into this. I think I was just randomly buying manga to try and impress my boyfriend, and this happened to fall into my lap, and I read the first one, fell in love with it. It's so fun to read, and then bought the entire series because that's who I am. But I gave this a 4-star. I think I've mentioned before in a video, all of these has been 4 stars for me. There just needs a little bit, something more, something maybe a little different to just push it to that 5-star, but I have a really good feeling that the final book in this is going to be a 5-star for me, because I'm going to get emotional about not having these characters around, so that was great. That brings me to the end of this video. So I ended up reading 4 books, which is really great because I am absolutely smashing my TBR for January. If you've enjoyed this video, please like, subscribe, comment any video ideas that you want to see this year, because a lot of my videos are just me randomly picking books that I want to read, and then like theming it around whatever those books have in common. So if there's anything specific you want to see from me, any books you specifically want to see me read, please comment on here. I have an Instagram, it's Amy, what's my Instagram? At amys.always.reading. It's basically the same as this. Yeah, I don't post too much on there because I'm now focusing all my energy on this, but occasionally I post on there and I can be fun, so you're missing out if you don't follow me, really. That's so big-headed. Talking to a camera really gets me quite ego boosted. Anyway, thank you for watching, and I'll see you next week. Bye!